We're rolling.
Rolling? How frightening. Well, hi, Bill Brannon. Bill Brannon. So, to start with here, it occurred to me that when I was trying to think of what I was going to say on this, and knowing that I'm kind of a shy person and not really good at doing sort of the extemporaneous uh, speaking, in this kind of situation, it reminded me actually of, not to bring up this, well, no, I do mean to bring it up, Beaver's memorial service, where there was someone, and I think it was you, Bill Brennan, who actually had the courage to get up as a shy person and speak something very deep and from your heart, uh, and it's interesting because I've thought about it some since then, that it was, I think not only was it obviously very good for Michelle and for Vive, I think it was uh, also very good for you. It seemed like it was a really, or the way I think of it was a big breakthrough thing for you as far as being able to get up in front of people in that situation and do that. But it was also inspiring for me to actually see you do that kind of a thing. So um, I'm actually thinking that was a very memorable, in many ways, of course, but that was one aspect of that was very memorable, and I've actually mentioned that to some other people, if you don't mind. But that's what I thought I'd start by saying here was that's because that's kind of a recent thing, and I was reminded of it because here I'm trying to think of something to say, and that's what I've thought of to say. And now the photographer, the cinematographer, is going to prompt me on how I can come up with something else to say. Mr. Brennan.
All right. Let's see here.
What else?
All right. If you had to pick one word to describe Bill, what would it be?
Wow. I don't think one word
Or you
is
could
going to work.
you
Or
could,
I don't think one
three.
word is going to be. I think. See, I'm trying to be a smart guy and think of a really good word. I guess just because these are things that are talked about, I think um, I think, see, Mr. Brennan, I think of you as someone who's really a seeker after truth. And I know that sounds kind of funny because we all are to a certain degree, but I think you have a way of being very honest about being the seeker after truth, which is, I think, different than what I see a lot of people doing. And you have a way of keeping it within yourself. I mean, you're certainly willing to share it when we are in situations talking about that, of course. So I would say a word would be sort of an honest, I'm going to think of an honest seeker. I'm going to use those two words. An honest truth seeker. I'll use those three words. Um,
Perfect.
and I think that's good. I mean, I kind of feel like I think maybe we connect in some ways on that because I feel like that's sort of, or I would like to think that that's kind of the same journey that I am taking as well. Beyond all of the stuff that we've been through with music and the fears and the anxieties and trying to impress people and have people think a certain thing about you or whatever, I think beyond all of that, I think we're all, or you and I certainly, and many others, but since it's you and I in this conversation now, um, I think this journey of finding out what this all is and how we live our lives and what this means to all of us and why we do live our lives and what's important about that and just what that is. Um, Next. I was trying to think of some. I was trying to tie something into our DoD tour, but I'm not really thinking of that. That's in my senility. That's so far in the background. It's not coming to me right at the moment. But uh, we'll move on to question number two. Question number three.
Question number three. All right. I don't know if this is going to be helpful or
Okay,
not. If
that's
it's
fine.
not, don't worry about it. But so, if you knew that this was going to be your last communication you could have with Bill,
Hmm.
what would you want to say to him?
It's a good question, and it's a hard question, but that's a good one. I think that, I guess what I would think of is, um, if it was the last communication, I guess I would feel, this is gonna sound funny probably, I would feel, in a sense, okay about it being our last communication. Not, I don't mean that I want it to be, I don't mean that at all, but that I think that I have no concerns about, I guess I have this belief that your person, your soul, is such a good, uh, what are some good words for this? I'm not worried about you, I guess. And that maybe sounds really funny. I'm not worried about you, and I mean the you, the inner you, the soul, the person who you really are, because I see that because of the way that we've experienced and we've talked, and I see that come uh, through you, and I know you have your things that you're worried about and fears, as do I, as do we all, but I guess I would say that I have no concerns about, um, I'm not worried about you and what your life means and what what the future would be for you. So if I never talk to you again, I would just feel like it was a great meeting to have known you and kind of commiserated together on our little journey through this life that we, this material life that we are journeying on, and um, that all is well and all will be well. Thank you.
Okay.
That was good.
Are we done?
I think I'm done.
Okay.
I think I've said my piece.
Okay. Goodbye, Bill.
Bye, Billy Billy. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday. We're only getting younger.